there, back again with another soundtrack review, David Fleming's Anaconda, starring Jack Black and Paul Rudd. And from the trailer we get the sense that this is a reboot of the 1997 Anaconda with Jennifer Lopez and Jon Voight. I remember the leer he goes through that. Terrible. But, well, I actually quite enjoyed it, to be honest. It was a bit of fun. Owen Wilson was in the film as well. Good performance there. I wish this soundtrack had been released in 2026 rather than 2025, because it's my first favourite film score. Well, it would be my first favourite film score of the year. Alas, it arrived too late to be included in my favourites of 2025, but nevertheless. So what do we have? Well, in the Anaconda adventure we have what sounds like a pan flute, and it's very catchy. Doom doo doo. Thoroughly enjoyed this score. There are moments where the music just soars. There's some songs in there which are quite catchy as well, with Jack Black's talking over and doing like dun 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 dun. You can tell he's a film score fan, and that was something that cropped up in The Holiday, that film he made with Jude Law, Kate Winslet and Cameron Diaz, where he was extolling the virtues of John Williams, Ennio Morricone, Vangelis, and of course Hans Zimmer. So yeah, very interesting. And I think recently Fleming co-composed the music for Superman with John Murphy, and people kind of mix on that effort, and so this is probably much more up the sort of street of what people wanted for it to hear from Fleming, as opposed to what we got in Superman. I didn't mind Superman personally. I was able to judge it on its own terms, not in the wave of nostalgia that John Williams' Superman is my all-time favourite score, so but it kind of nothing's really going to stand up to that anyway, so, but on its own terms it was a very enjoyable effort. And so Anaconda, EPK is a very good track, and there are moments through it, I mean, when the cast sings Snakety Snake, just 40 seconds, it's just very well paced. I've listened to this soundtrack twice, and I'm going to listen to it tons more, and like I say, I just dearly wish it had been a 2026 release, because I would give Anaconda by David Fleming 5 out of 5 stars. I was very, very impressed with this. Right from the opening track, doom doo doo, and just right the way through to the end, it was a joy. And that doesn't happen very often. For more film, soundtrack and book reviews, please check out my Facebook pages. I'm Richard Jack Smith, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.